Finding a profitable niche for your print-on-demand t-shirt business can be a daunting task sometimes. With so many saturated niches, and the competition is crazy. It's easy to get lost in the sea of endless t-shirt designs. You probably spend countless hours searching the internet for t-shirt ideas, or even testing out different types of tools. Then you stumble upon niches that are already oversaturated, which can lead to you giving up and not being satisfied with the niche that you find. This is why I'm here to help you to find those hidden gems, untapped niches that can skyrocket your sales and set you apart from the rest of the competition. Some of these niches I probably would never even thought about or even heard about unless I was doing research. One of the niches that are crushing it right now, and I talked about this 6 months ago because I knew that it was going to repeat the same thing that it did probably a few years back. It's a solar eclipse. It's on April 8th, but you needed to get ahead of this like a while ago. So when I talked about it 6 months ago, if you got in on that, and the video is right here. If you got in on that, you're probably crushing it right now. I've seen a few people, I created a few designs, but I didn't really go hard at it. I was focusing more on evergreen niches. But I see a few screenshots on the internet where people are doing over 1,000 sales a day, and I'm pretty sure it's Easter and solar eclipse, so it's crushing it right now. It's crazy, which is really amazing because I love to see stuff like that. It inspires me, and it motivates me, inspires me, and I just want to keep on learning and doing more things with print on demand. And Amazon merch is probably just one of the best examples when it comes to this. If you're new to my channel, my name is RJ Martinez. I've sold over $350,000 all time with Amazon merch on demand account. So my screenshots right here, check this out, pretty cool. I would create a lot of content around the research, different ideas, making money online with print on demand. There's several different ways that you can do that, right? Of course. But that right there is a perfect example. The solar eclipse is a perfect example of really good research and understanding it before it happens. Because if you understand it and you catch that wave and you start to go up with the sales, literally you can make thousands and thousands of dollars just by creating one t-shirt design. And you don't hold no inventory. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing no customer service. You're not worried about inventory. You're not worried about a color of a shirt. You're not worried about another printers. You're just putting that design up on that product and making sales. Powerful. Now, with that being said, one of my favorite tools when it comes to research, everything that I found in this video was using Merch Informer. Merch Informer is a very, very powerful tool. I always talk about it, how I come up with different ideas or inspiration and understand why it's selling, how come it's selling, where's the demand at, and just coming up with, there's so many different things. You can never run out of ideas while using this tool. My link is gonna be down below in the description. If you wanna sign up with Merch Informer, there's a 7-day free trial. And then not only that, you can use my coupon code to give you a little discount on your sign up. And then I get a kickback too as well. And I'm able to create content like this for you and find these low competition niches to help you make money with your business. Let's get into the content. Due to the unfortunate circumstances, I'm awake. So simple text-based designs, right? And this is what I've always talked about over the years, just like simple sales. All white text, all white, black text, all black text, all these type of designs that are just very simple, but obviously there's a meaning behind it. So understanding what's the meaning behind it is very powerful, because leveraging this concept and then applying it to the next design and the next one is showing you that there's money to be made here, or this design works on the internet and it can sell over and over and over. And you'll see like a lot of these right here, like on Etsy too as well. So it just doesn't work for one platform. It doesn't work for Amazon merch. It works for Etsy. I'm pretty sure it'll work on your own website. So even just think of funny sayings. Like if there's a certain niche that you personally like, taking that same concept and applying it to it, something that's, sarcastic, funny, a little quirky, or anything that can, make someone laugh or make someone read a shirt. Think about it that way. I'm pretty sure when people are wearing this shirt right here and they're walking by someone, I'm pretty sure they're reading the shirt, right? You look at the keywords: due to the unfortunate circumstances, I'm awake, lazy friend. So you can see that's who are they targeting? Like it's in the title and the title of the keywords is saying lazy friend, right? So even that's a niche. So if you do a research on that could be a niche. If we come down, look at the all-time BSR, you're going to see that they're showing that there's a demand for this. So it's selling consistently. So up, goes down, up and down. It's consistently selling over the years. And then the first sale was made in 2021, but the power of print on demand, it's been selling consistently this whole time, this whole time already. So really awesome. And then if we come over here, we're going to see for this long tail keyword, when someone types that into the search bar, we have a result of 708. Now, when you see stuff like this, you're looking at anything 708. Any of these designs, like you'll see certain designs, you'll come down here and get an idea. But the main goal is to start to rank onto that front page. Now, in the lower tiers, if you're in the lower tiers, or if you're barely off, you're a beginner and you're starting off, you want to understand the lower the better. The lower the search results, the better. If you can be number 5, number 6, number 8, number 10 search results, you need to do some really good research and understand, if I do that, I can make sales. But if you can rank page number 1 with 700 results and make sales, that's a good thing, right? Because most likely the algorithm's going to push your design even more. Next idea is how to get an engineer's attention. Funny engineering t-shirt, got a rating of 52, and what they're doing here is just like a pie chart, a funny pie chart, and this can work pretty much for any niche. Coffee breaks sometimes, say there's got to be a better way to do this. So it's kind of just breaking down this pie right here, right? It's pretty cool. It's a cool design. It kind of get, you got to understand you got to sit there and look at the design to understand it a bit, but it's a cool actual t-shirt. And obviously the market thinks it's a good t-shirt too as well. White, and the scheme, you got the color scheme going on here with the, like the blue or the lighter blue, the turquoise green blue, and then red and orange. Pretty funny. Pretty cool. And then we look at the all-time sales. We're going to see that. And the one thing too, just keep in mind when you're doing any of this type of research, you're looking at the demand. Sometimes you don't know that some of my top selling designs, I didn't know that they're going to be top selling designs until I started doing research on them. And then once I uploaded them, I started making sales. That's what I mean. So when I uploaded and started making sales, I was like, wait up, this is a top selling design. And I would have never even known that if I didn't research, create it, then upload it. And then you'll be surprised because you kind of like this design's going to do well, but then that design doesn't do well. And then this design does well and it starts to make sales. So if you look at this, just look at it. It's cranking. Obviously there's a demand for this, right? The market's telling you like, hey, people want this t-shirt, and it's made its first sale 2019. It's been up for 5 years, right? And it's cranking all the way at 2023. Look at 2023, 2024, it's still cranking, making sales. So that's a really awesome design. Now, we got a result of $7.99, and then the long tail keyword is how to get an engineer's attention t-shirt. And remember too, the goal with this is to understand that what's selling right now, and then if you can come into this certain niches or just get inspiration and apply it to your niche, do so. Because taking that same concept and applying it to like a garden lover or a plant lover or anything like that, if you're just flipping around some of the words, changing out some of the words, it will apply directly to that niche. So it's not copy these designs. Not that, by all means, don't do that. The goal is to actually get inspiration from this. All right, so the next niche idea is going to be, I'm just out here trusting God. Now, anything with, Easter coming up, Easter Sunday coming up, and religion, anything around that, it's very popular, especially with the whole weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on with, churches and religion this whole weekend coming up in the USA. I'm not sure how it, in other countries, but like this one right here, it's like, think about that too. So it's not just like Easter egg hunting. There's the big thing about, with this holiday coming up, that's just, there's a lot of religion, churches are going on during that time. So anything related around this, getting closer to Easter, anything with religion, churches, anything like that, designs like that, they're going to be crushing and making sales. And I'm just out here trusting God. Shirt 90s, so 90s style. That's what they're going for right here. You can see what they're doing right there. And you'll see a lot of this right here going on. The 90s style, it's a 90s, 80s style, anything that's like old school. And you can kind of see that with like certain movies come out, like Ghostbusters just came out, right? Obviously you can't design for Ghostbusters unless you have the rights to do so. But like the Ghostbusters movies, like they're doing that for a reason. There's the audience that they're trying to capture are the people that are making money right now. And when we were kids, right? When I was younger, the Ghostbusters used to be one of my favorite movies of all time. Now they're bringing that back, and obviously I want to go watch it, right? So that's something like that. You can see what they're doing, like that 90s style. Anything that's a retro type style like that, it's going to, if you can turn it into a t-shirt design, it's going to make sales. Now, if we come down, look at the all-time BSR, look at that thing. So it was uploaded 2019, and then it's cranking. This thing is cranking. Dang. It's cranking. See, something like this, it's amazing because that's the power of print on demand right there. Now, if we go over here, we have a result of 978. I'm just out here trusting God, Christian t-shirt, and then obviously there's some other ideas down below. But next idea is never trust an atom. They make up everything. Science teacher. Interesting how they did this. science teacher, and they put it in the brand, and they just put it, because this is who they're trying to target, right? Science teacher, and then that's the name of the t-shirt. I'm not sure if they meant to do that. Maybe they meant to put it the other way, but hey, it's doing something, right? So simple with the simple, easy design, right? Nothing too crazy. I'm not sure what this is the autumn, right here, autumn. This is the element, I'm assuming, right? And then just a simple white text base on the outside, and just that element right there. Anyone can create this type of design. Pretty easy, right? You can do it. If you come over here, look at all-time sales, and it's made its first sale in 2021, but look at consistently selling. Boom, pretty cool. Now we come over here, never trusted an autumn. Autumn, they make up everything. Science t-shirt, 936 results. Next idea is behavior goes where reinforcement flows. Retro style, that retro style, like that, there's the rainbow with the little flowers and the little groovy text, right? So that little style, that's still a thing right now. I remember when like 2 years ago, it was still popping off like crazy. Anything like this related to your niche, if you're in a certain niche, or if you're coming up with a different idea, the concept, just think about this type of style. If you can apply it to it and come up with a few different designs like that, that'll be a really, really good idea. We come down, all-time sales. You see 2023 made its first sale in August, right? 2023 August. And then you can see it's consistently selling. What is it selling like like once a month, sometimes twice a month. It's probably just organic too as well. But I think you probably put a little bit of more ads into it or anything like that. You can probably make some sales, but you can see it's dropping down pretty good. 81K BSR, 74K BSR. Now, behavior goes where the reinforcement flows t-shirt. Result of 1,000. So this one right here, there's a little bit of a competition in here, but a few sales will start to get you closer and closer to that front page. But I thought it was just a good idea just to share with you guys. Anything I think once you start to make 2 or 3 sales, you start to rank closer and closer to that front page with this. But so if you see like higher competition, sometimes this is something that I want you guys to test too. If it comes to when you're making sales, don't be afraid to go into these higher competition niches, right? Obviously, leverages get the idea of how low, like if you put like certain keywords into your title and your brand, and then you start to rank closer to the front page, that's a goal. But as you start to grow and learn like what people want, what type of designs these people want to buy, you can go into these bigger competition niches, put a design up, and then start to run ads to them. And then you start doing that, and then you start making 2 or 3 sales a day on a niche with a design or a product. Then you start to rank closer to that front page, and then next thing you know, you got the organic traffic in your favor too. And that's the main goal. And you'll see a lot of these people that are crushing it with certain holidays or certain trends doing that. I do that, and that's the name of the game, just to understand it. And make sure that you're double checking for trademarks and copyrights, because at the end of the day, this is your business and you have to understand everything that you're doing. So that's very, very important. If you enjoy content like this and you want more low competition niches, watch this video next right here. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.